In 2017, Studio Trigger, the studio behind the anime Kill la Kill and the then still fresh hit Little Witch Academia, surprised us with an extraordinarily promising collaboration. Together with Studio A1 Pictures, Sword Art Online, Fairy Tail, Anohana, a jointly produced anime was to be released in 2018. That anime turned out to be the mecha series Darling in the Franxx. With this, Studio Trigger is going back to its roots, as the studio was formed from former employees of Studio Gainax, which is known for mecha anime such as Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann or Neon Genesis Evangelion. Can Darling in the Franxx live up to these high expectations and blow us away with the first volume? Find out in our latest review. The world after the apocalypse, humanity had to retreat to so-called plantations after the monsters called Kyoryū took over the surface. In the plantations, adults and children grow up separately. While the adults live in high-tech cities within the facilities, the artificially created children, called parasites, grow up independently, and without the chance of individuality, to be the protectors of the plantations. The parasites control the so-called Franxx, giant mechs that can fight against the Kyoryū and can only be controlled by the symbiosis of a female parasite, Pistol, and a male parasite, Stamen. Team 13 is the exception, but its members were allowed individual personalities. Code 016, also called Hiro, is part of this team. However, he and his partner Code 703, also named Naomi, failed the final test to become parasites. As a result, Hiro has lost his entire sense of life. So while his friends and team members attend a ceremony where they officially become parasites, Hiro stays behind and goes for a walk in the forest of the birdcage, the home of Team 13. When he arrives at a small lake, he discovers a girl swimming naked in the water. When it seems that she is drowning, Hiro wants to rush to her rescue. However, the girl reappears independently, with a fish in her mouth, and introduces herself to our protagonist as 02. She has pink hair and 2 red horns on her head. Suddenly, she asks Hiro a question that will upend his entire life: "Wouldn't you like to be my darling?" But then the two are interrupted and 02, who also turns out to be a parasite, is taken away by her partner and some security guards. Hiro wants to leave the birdcage despite this meeting. However, when he tries to board the vehicle that is supposed to take him away, it is hit by a Kyoryū, as is the catwalk. Hiro manages to save himself by chance. When he tries to follow the fight, he is almost hit by an impacting Franxx. The name of the Franxx, Strelizia. This Franxx is controlled by none other than 02. She throws the lifeless body of her former partner out of the cockpit. When she wants to go into battle alone, Hiro asks her to help her. 02 agrees. At first, Hiro does not succeed in connecting with 02. However, after she kisses him, it finally succeeds and the two manage to kill the Kyoryū, but not without consequences. Hiro is seriously injured. It turns out, every partner 02 has ever had died after the third time they piloted a Franxx together. The leader of Team 13, Code 015, also known as Ichigo, doesn't like this at all, as she has had feelings for Hiro since childhood and therefore wants to prevent anything from happening to him at all costs. So she tries to convince Hiro to stop controlling Strelizia and stay in the birdcage. 02, however, continues to try to keep him attached to her. So she starts calling him darling and gets closer and closer to him over breakfast. Through the performance with 02, it is decided that Hiro will be allowed to go through the test to become a parasite again. He is to fight another Franxx in a show fight. However, Strelizia is far too strong, causing Ichigo to be assigned the role of Pistol. Unfortunately, the two can't connect properly. Even a kiss doesn't solve the problem. However, 02, who immediately recognized Ichigo's feelings, is very pleased with the result. For her, it means that her darling can only become a parasite with her. It is clear, Hiro is not an ordinary Stamen and 02 is definitely not an ordinary Pistol. Because of the failed test, Hiro is still not recognized as a parasite. Therefore, when it comes to another operation against the Kyoryū underground, the two do not participate. However, Code 326, called Mitsuru, and Code 196, called Ikuno, also fail to launch their Franxx Chlorophytum because they cannot synchronize. So the Franxx Delphinium, Genista and Argentea go into battle alone. However, they quickly have to realize, they are overtaxed beyond measure. Hiro and 02 plead with the mission leaders to be allowed to move out. However, since Hiro is not a parasite, he is not allowed to. Mitsuru, however, offers himself as a substitute, so 02 and Mitsuru rush to the rescue of the others. They manage to kill every single Kyoryū in the process, but not without consequences. Mitsuru is injured so badly that he must be immediately taken to medical care and narrowly escapes death. Despite this fact and Ichigo's attempts at persuasion, Hiro is eager to get back into the Franxx with 02. The chance for the two comes when a Kyoryū approaches the plantation. However, all Franxx, except Strelizia, are sent into battle. Despite all the pleading and begging, our heroes are refused to fight. And it gets worse, a squad with rifles pointed at 02 storms the command center and takes her away to bring her to the main headquarters. Reluctantly, she follows orders. However, Hiro, whose only chance at life as a stamen lies in 02, has made up his mind. He will pilot Strelizia once again with 02 and together they will kill Kyoryū to protect the plantation. I wonder if he'll succeed. And what other dangerous Kyoryū will Team 13 encounter? Find out for yourself in the first volume of Darling in the Franxx. Darling in the Franxx has a very standard sounding concept at first, a post-apocalyptic world where large monsters threaten the existence of humanity and can only be stopped by children and large robots. However, it only seems that way at first glance. After all, Darling in the Franxx is a special anime when looked at more closely, as it has a large cast with many very different and recognizable characters that we couldn't name them all in this review. It's more about the relationships between the different members of Team 13 and how they evolve. It's about love, hate, jealousy and striving for meaning in one's life. These, we think, are very interesting and very human themes that the anime serves. We also want to address the character 02 in particular, as she is clearly the most interesting character in Darling in the Franxx. Why does she call Hiro Darling? Why does she know so much about love and human relationships when no one else seems to? Why does she have horns? And why do each of her partners die after 3 Franxx missions together? She's one big mystery, and yet she's endearing as a character. 02 is unique as a character, which, in our opinion, has made her deservedly popular in the anime community. Darling in the Franxx is the child of a wonderful collaboration between 2 studios that couldn't be more different in their approaches and strengths. The result is an interesting work that keeps a good balance between hard-hitting action and very emotional and gentle scenes. The first 6 episodes have definitely managed to captivate us without giving us the feeling that we already know what will happen next. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to give us a like and consider subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us create more videos like this in the future and we really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching and we hope to see you in our next video.